All right, so here we have a 2013 Nissan Leaf. This customer takes his vehicle to the dealer once a year for a battery check, and then this time they told him that he needed new shocks in the rear. So we're going to go ahead and replace the shocks on the Nissan Leaf. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to access the top of the shock. All right, so to access the top of the shock, we have to remove these little cover panels. We have one on each side. There we have the top bolt for the shock. We'll do the same on the other side. All right, so now that we have our top bolt exposed, we're going to go down below the car and remove the lower bolt, or at least remove the nut from the lower bolt. All right, so here we are under the car, and you can see the oil leak coming right out of the bottom of the shock there. So this seal is definitely blown. So we're going to go ahead and loosen this bolt. We're not going to take it out. Basically the shock is the only thing really holding the axle from pivoting all the way down. So we're going to just take the nut off of both sides, put the car back on the ground so the wheels will be touching the ground and hold the weight of the car. We won't have any movement. All right, so now we'll go back to the top of the shock inside the trunk to remove the shock. All right, so now we have the vehicle lowered back down. The wheels are touching the ground. Now we can go ahead and remove this top bolt here, and then the bottom won't swing down and all that. We'll go ahead and do one side at a time. I do have another pair of channel locks here just in case. If the whole shaft was spinning, I could grab the top of the stud there to keep it from spinning. Like that. All right, so now we're going to go, I'm not going to raise the vehicle, I'm going to keep the weight of the vehicle, at least the tires on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and remove the bottom bolt, and then I can slip the shock out. All right, so go ahead and remove the bolt, and we can pull the shock right down. All right, so here we have our shocks that we got from Auto Parts Direct to You. We'll go ahead and put them side by side, make sure everything is good. So we got some new hardware. All right, so we're going to transfer a couple pieces over. So here you can see these are the new ones, how the old ones fit there. All right, so we have the same tips. Go ahead and undo our shock. All right, so we just put it back together the same way. Our guard, and then a washer, and then a sleeve. All right, and we're ready to put this in the car. All right, so I go ahead and line our top stud up. All right, I'll go ahead and put our bolt hardware on the top side. All right, so here we have the top of our shock sticking through. We'll go ahead and put our other bushing on, washer and nut. We'll go ahead and do the other side now. All right, so now we'll go back under the car and tighten our lower bolts up. So now we have our rear shocks installed.